is a hive that
What's that?
we just started last year, and we got a bee. She's a Russian queen. We got her from John Gagne, and we can kind of see there's a feeder at this entrance. We were feeding earlier in the season, but we haven't been feeding now anymore. That jar's just empty because the trees are blooming around here, and so we'll look in and see if they're on a bit of a honey flow. Our plan for this hive is to do some more spring management and see if we can open up the brood nest and see how she's doing in there. And one thing that we can see back here is they have taken off the propolis. They've moved it away from this back vent, and now there's like a super big glob of it, but it is really lodged on there. But look, it's like propolis gold. So we can save this and use it for tinctures. Last time we were in, we didn't take any propolis because it was still pretty cold, and we didn't know if they would need it or not. We would always leave it to them to unseal their own vents in the spring. And look, here's a wax moth right there.
Let me zoom in on that.
Say bye-bye. Goner. This colony is usually a really strong colony, and like I said, we got this queen last year from John Gagne. She's a Russian queen, and they have some old unused honeycomb back here, and then here's some that has honey. This colony went into the winter really strong, and now we hit our bees. This is heavy. So this is probably still last year's honey. And like I said, they went into winter with some really good stores. This is another pure honey.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
There's a drone.
This actually has some big open larvae. Oh. And it looks like a little bit of drone too. Yeah, looks like they're putting drones here, which makes sense because this next bar looks like drones too. So like Mark was saying before, we want to keep the drones at the back of the brood nest so that all of the worker bees and nurse bees will be right there to take care of the larvae. I might be stuck a little bit here. Best tool in the world. Best tool in the world, TJ Carr. Yep, she's making drones on here. Oh, there's a drone that's
walking around.
Hatched out. Oh yeah, there's some over here too.
Yeah.
So last time we were in here, we had drone comb, but we didn't see any drones that had emerged.
Do you want to put a spacer in there?
Well, let me get in here a
little more. Here comes the wind.
This is stuck again. Okay, here we have worker comb mostly, and boy, that she's got a really good pattern. I don't know what's on your side, Mark.
Yep,
but
that's good, both sides.
I don't see her. The queen in here is Dolores O'Riordan, named after the singer from the Cranberries, because when we got her from John, we put her in, and she just started chirping and chirping and chirping, and she sounded like Dolores O'Riordan. They all seem to stick on this one, excuse me, on this one side. So we haven't really gotten to the open brood yet. More nice worker brood. I don't see her. She's real elusive, but she's easy to spot when you see her. She's big and dark, and she's got a big old green dot on her from being a 2019 queen. So I think we could put a bar here. Open them up a little bit. So another thing we're always looking at, of course, this time of year, if we have any queen cells in here, which it's still a little early, but you know, she's making drones, and she was making drones last time too, so that's a good sign that spring is here and they're getting ready to spread those genetics. Yeah, there's drones walking all over on here. Feed me. Wow, she does have a good pattern. There's lots of pollen on this bar too.
Oh, good.
So it'll be nice and easy for them to make bee bread out of pollen and nectar.
You might want to smoke them. You're probably getting close to her.
Mark says give him a little smoke because he just got stung. Sorry, girls. I can open this up a little more too. Now that the nights are getting warmer, they're not getting so cold, then we can open these up without fear of them getting too cold and having the brood be chilled. You can see they're putting, oh, this is cool, Mark. I don't know if you can see on this side, but they have brood in there. There's open brood, and then there's little pockets where they have nectar, and they can make the bee bread right there for the
I got zoomed in.
for the babies. I think I'll go ahead and put another bar. Let me scooch this back a little bit. There's a girl with her pollen pockets all full.
Is that where you're going to put the empty right there?
Oh yeah, I was going to put it right here. Thank you.
Look at that hole there, Beth. It's full of propolis.
Oh yeah, we have another vent. But see, they haven't undone this one. So I'm just going to leave this all full of this beautiful propolis because I want them to invented themselves. They know when the time is better than I do. That's an open brood over here.
Yeah, there's here too.
Here's like an empty queen cup. So we can get a picture of this. They like to, you know, have them built out in case they need them. That one's empty. There's nothing in there. There's another one right up here.
Hold on, hold steady.
They're in the pattern that would be for swarming, which is what you would expect this time of year, not a super siege or anything. So I'm just going to leave that for them in case they want to use it. I think I can put one more bar because we're still kind of far enough back.
Sure.
Oh, sorry girl. Go down. Okay.
You got some drone comb there.
She has.
Look at all that
this
pollen.
Is like the little tiny brood nest. She has some really tiny brood in here and a few drones, but I'm gonna just leave this one.
Look at those little waggle dances going on.
This will be the last open bar. So this is our first spring with a Russian queen, but everything that I hear about Russian bees are that they build up super quickly in the spring. So we'll see how it goes, but kind of armed with that bit of information, we can think that opening their brood nest is going to be helpful.
Ooh, that's pretty. There is a lot of drones on there.
I want to see Dolores. I do not see her.
Well, we know she's there.
Yeah, that's true. We know she's there. Nice. So, these girls...
Here, hold that up 1 second. I just want to talk about that communication hole right there. See it at the bottom?
Oh, wait, there's a wax moth. Ooh, he fell off.
Where?
Bye-bye, wax. Okay.
See that communication hole right here? This is the top of the bar. They use that along the hives to work between bars and going between their comb. That's very common.
So, whoops, sorry girls. One thing I'm not seeing in here really is a whole lot of nectar. So,
Maybe we should start
I
feeding.
was hoping that they would be on a really good nectar flow, but and there is some nectar, but I would have liked to have seen more. So we're going to think about maybe feeding just a little, these girls.
Wow, look at that
more.
pattern.
She's so amazing. I wish we could see her, but she's being very elusive. This bar's heavy, so I'm not going to turn it. And like Mark said, we're getting to the front of the brood nest here and by the door. And although it still is a reduced opening, we don't want them to get cold. Now here's a bunch of more drone comb.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see Dolores on here. Do you, Mark?
No, do you want to move them to the back?
Yes. Let me see over here. You can see all these drones over here. So we're going to put these in the back of the brood nest, like we said, so that the new emerging nurse bees will be close to the worker screwed. Oh, sorry, girl. I don't know when she came from. They're still pretty sticky with propolis along these sides.
The Russians do a lot of propolizing.
Okay, so here we go. Sorry, girl. Okay, I think we're about ready just to check those front bars and
Close her up.
close her up now. Too bad we didn't get to see our beautiful Dolores, but she's doing a good job. Next time we come in, along with looking for signs of swarming, we'll probably go ahead and do a mite check too, because we haven't mite checked our bees yet. Whoopsies.
Oh, you're
There's a
stuck.
little cross combing here.
You're stuck.
Yeah, there's cross combing. They're way hooked on the two. Once again, the TJ carb tool comes in.
Wow. You're going to have to close it up from the front. They got comb all the way to the front.
Yeah, they do. So we'll slide them back and put in some empty bars. I want to be really careful since this bar was a little bit, you can see how they cross-combed it onto the other one. So I think I'm going to turn this way. And then we'll just slide these back. Oh man, let's see what they're doing here.
Oh yeah, they did it again, didn't they?
Yeah, they did it again. It's some beautiful new comb, but a little messed up. Let's see.
You know that piece there that's on the end, you might want to just cut it out.
I know. I think I'm just going to get rid of that carefully. This comb is so amazing, but kind of delicate. Okay. Be cool to see if they're putting some nectar away on here, though. Let's see. Wow, nice, beautiful new comb. I may just remove this so that they're not tempted to
do it again.
Maybe build there right again. And then this one,
I'm going to take that off too.
I may take that one off too because they just don't have a real good start on it. And then we can just make these bars up at the front empty. Sorry, girls. I forgot my bee brush.
I'll get it for you.
In you go. Sorry. Okay, so I guess we could just close them from the back still.
You want to put it empty there, don't you? 2 empties in the front. Ah, man, right through my pant leg.
Let me see if I can get one. There we go. Now these girls are really fanning. Go in.